Hi and welcome to On the B-Side with BTS, a special tribute where we share real stories from ARMY across Australia. As we count down to BTS reuniting after their military service, this project celebrates the deep connections, life moments and inspiration this group continues to bring. I'm your host Birgit. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, everybody, we are back. We are back with another Australian Army story. And today I have Dusty here with me. Hello, Dusty. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for coming on and sharing your story. I'm very grateful you decided to say yes. So thank you.
No worries.
Now, where shall we start? I'm just going to throw this question at you, and I think that will then hopefully open it up for you. How did the guys find you? How did BTS found you?
Facebook. It's not a great way to start a story because I know the guys love being positive and all the rest of it. But it was, I think, the day after my husband passed away. He was diagnosed with brain cancer, and nursing him through the last part of that was particularly, well, tough doesn't even begin to describe what that does to a person, let alone the people who are caring for the person in that situation as well. And keep it together.
Okay.
The
It's
day
okay.
after, my world just completely collapsed. Just found myself sitting there, phone in hand, just mindlessly scrolling. It's almost like muscle memory, just your thumb just rolling through. And something, and I don't know why the algorithms put their video on my timeline, because there was definitely nothing K-pop there, but a video came up of 7 guys that were sitting around a table, and they were feeding each other and looking out for each other. It might have been one of in the SOOP episodes.
Yeah.
And there was another video of JK giving Jimin medication, and then building, I think it's pagoda, the stones outside, the stone pillars outside, and then kneeling down in front of it and praying for Jimin's health.
Yeah.
And I thought, who the heck are these guys? And of course, you watch one video and the algorithms will throw another 20 at you, which I just found myself watching, having no idea who they were, but the love that they had for each other and the way they were caring for each other, it just struck me, because that's how my husband was caring for me. And that they were literally a lighthouse in a very, very dark world. A world that's still very, very dark. So
wow.
I was so glad to have found them, but it would have been weeks later before I actually realised they were a band. I had no idea that there was that session where they were recording the In the SOOP song for In the SOOP.
Yeah, that one.
And I thought that's just 7 guys getting together, sort of, doing that sort of recording. I had no idea about the rest of it until the Boy with Love video came up. The one, I can't remember which, it was a TV special, I think it was. And the audience were almost louder than they were. It's like, oh my gosh, who are these people? And then down the rabbit hole I went. And every day now it is they're my medicine. They're what's keeping me upright. They're the thing
that keeps you going.
gives me something to look forward to, something keeps me going.
Yeah.
And I find myself now when daily
Yeah.
things are really, really dark.
Mm.
I've got my phone in my hand and I'm scrolling and I'm looking for their videos,
Mm.
real shorts, interviews, whatever it is. Just um, and I'm brand new army, so I've got like more than a decade worth of material that's brand new to me. So
Mm-hmm.
I can I'm always finding something new, and one thing never changes throughout every single video is the way they love and care for each other, the way they
Mm-hmm.
look out for each other, and not just each other, but everyone. It doesn't matter, they show that respect to everybody, but it's the way they
Mm.
look out for each other that
Yeah.
is the thing that keeps me going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that was one of the first things that I noticed too. I'm still fairly new army. I'm only 2 years into the journey. And like I can in a way, to a certain level, relate to what's happening in your world. Not because I've lost someone, but there's some family stuff going on right now that's really heavy. It's really draining and exhausting, and it's an avenue I've never been down in my life before, and it's heart wrenching at times. And like you said, they are just like medicine. They're just the sunshine in my life. They just give me strength, and even on a bad day, like I admit today was a really hard day. They just they're just there. They're just there to give me strength, to positivity, and this kind of hope that, things can get better. It might not be the way I want it, but life will go on and it will be better. So that's incredible. I mean, I don't know how to do that. It's just, yeah, I don't know. So I'm sending my love to you. I will never fully understand what it's like, but I can certainly relate on a really tiny micro level. And having them is a blessing. Um,
Yep.
and there is so much content for you to look at, so much, yeah. And like you said, the love that they have for each other,
Yeah.
it's something we all want in our life, and you can kind of feel it, and that's just beautiful. So I'm glad, I'm glad they found you. I really am.
There was a video of Yoongi on stage, and
Yeah.
uh, I think it's one of his solo performances,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember him breaking up
That
when
famous one.
somebody mentioned Seven,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, I get it. Just
Yeah.
he's this hardcore raw rapper who's delivers very powerful performances, and the lyrics in his songs, and just the thought of his BTS brothers brings tears to his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that says everything. So
Yeah.
um,
It's it's I think it's really hard to kind of put into words if you are not in the BTS world, if you're not uh, an army. It's so hard to explain to others what they do
yeah.
to us. It's really hard to explain, you
what
know.
what they do for each other, and what they do for us as well. For I like I said, I've walked into this only in the last few months, so
Yeah.
but I was reading through all the various chats and everything else, and to find out all the material that they created ahead of time before their military service, so that Army would still have fresh content to keep
Mm-hmm.
them going throughout, the roughly 2-year period. From what I understand, their schedule was incredible leading up to military service. Where on earth did they find the time to do all this extra work? And we're not just talking about the travel videos with Jungkook and Jimin. There's album releases and all the other stuff that was going on as well that I haven't even discovered yet. And it's like, did you guys sleep in the last 12 months before you guys went to military service to take a break, didn't you? Like, just, it is insane the
It
amount
is.
of work. And they didn't have to do that, but they did it for Army. So
Mm.
until they are able to come back again. And even now, like with Jin and J-Hope, and it's like they've walked out the front gate of those military establishments, and I don't think either of those two have slept since either. With Run Jin and J Hope's currently traversing around the world, and Jin's just decided, I'm going to do a world tour. And everyone's, what it was 80 something thousand people waiting in line for a ticket for one of his shows.
It's not.
Oh.
I mean, I found them when Jin was already in the military. And then I find out they're going, everyone, all of them are going. And I thought, oh, great. I've got basically almost 2 years to catch up. And then it was like, bang, 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 like you said. And I just sat there and I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I will never catch up. And that's okay. I'm just on the ride now, and that's it. So yeah, I don't know how to do it. It's so inspirational that, and also the hardship that they've gone through to get where they are now, and they're still going, and they still have this strength, this determination, and I mean the mental strength these guys must have to put up with all this crap that they've been through and to still go.
I saw one of the videos. I mean, I don't know if that'll make this cut for what this is all about. But one of the videos was, I think it was one of Jay Cook's managers, like slapping him.
Mm,
When he was very young, from the looks
mm,
of things, and there was another one where he bought some of the staff a hamburger or something like that, and they
mm,
thought that it was leftovers, and basically just refused and the look on his face, that hurt look on his face, because this was all, fresh food and
mm,
everything. And then to see years later them bowing to him, that,
mm,
but the disrespect in all in the earlier videos that I've seen so far, the
mm,
amount of disrespect that they were getting, um, not from other fandoms. I mean, you sort of expect a little bit of that, uh, but others in the company and their staff, and it was horrible. Like you said, the mental strength they would have to not give up at that point, to
mhm.
just say, this isn't for me. As a kid, what he was, Jungkook
JK
was
was
15?
15, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my gosh. And
So,
the others went, Yoongi was hiding a shoulder injury from being hit by a car, and everything that the others were hiding, and depression and all the
yeah.
rest of it. And
Mm,
here they are now. And what strikes me is, I just listened to Junie's Stop the Rain, the music video that's just hitting
mhm.
social media as we're speaking. Oh boy, that's dark.
I
And
yeah.
100% relatable. Like, I'm reading the lyrics, going, yes, and ooh, yes.
Mm.
Oh boy. And he's, was it recorded 2 years ago or something? Or they were talking about
I
2 years
think
ago?
no, I think they recorded it probably about 2 years ago, but he didn't
Yeah.
release it because he felt Tableau thought it was it was so personal, and he didn't want RM to cop any BS for it or any negative attention, I think, from memory,
Yeah.
if I'm correct. Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet. I need to be in the right frame of mind, and today wasn't. I hope I will do today, but yeah. I've got to.
This one's a big snuggly blanket, and make sure you got someone to hold you. That's
Yeah.
a tough song
Mm.
to listen to.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why I hesitated. I mean, I can't wait to listen to it, but um, yeah, I'm also a bit. I've got to be in a good headspace to do it, and yeah, today was tough, so I might have to give it a miss until tomorrow. Mental health, you
yeah,
know, mental health's important, and I think they are really good. I hate to use the words good sort of examples, but they're big on that. They're big
love
on that. So
yourself and the
yeah.
rest of it that's out there. Um,
Mm.
I hear the words, but it's like they're bouncing off a wall at the moment.
That's yeah, but I mean for you
Hard
it's
to
fresh, isn't it? It's very, very fresh. So I guess there's stages that you're going through. I don't know. I'm just assuming here.
Yeah.
So you know. But yeah, it's incredible. I mean, that they just popped up on your Facebook feed at that point in time. I mean, that's again the beauty of BTS. They just find you when you need them. And I don't know how to do it. I just don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Yeah.
But
I'm very, very glad they did.
I'm
So,
glad they did. I'm very
and like
happy
I
they
said, it
did.
started with the videos. I didn't even know they were musicians, and I don't know if you can see it from the camera angle, but I've got a little bit of work to do now.
Oh my God.
Listening to all the yeah, and some of
Yeah.
of the reception, how the reflections going, and yeah,
Oh
just
my Lord.
here we go, Jack in the Box,
Jack in the Box.
uh,
Awesome.
Wings. Uh, this one,
So
which I mean, I'm even starting to learn Korean. Yeah, my husband in our family, speaking of love yourself, I don't know if the reset, yeah,
yep, can see it.
um, he was the chef in the family. I'm not sure if I've got this up the right way. There we go. There's another one. Bit more work to do. Here we go. Just there's another one. So, and I'm pretty sure that's not all of them yet, but I've got a bit of work to do. So, um, but yeah, now that he's passed, I have to learn how to cook, and I am Junie bad at cooking.
Juniper.
From
Oh no.
um, but watching JK cook and everyone bar Junie cook,
I
starting
think
to learn how to cook myself as well. So
yeah.
breaking out the ramen and all the rest of it. So,
Awesome.
and for anyone who's listening, I want to know where you get the gin ramen from.
I'm sure that someone will know.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you will know. Now, I'm just hearing like they're already influencing you more than you probably thought they were. Like you're starting to cook, you're sort of looking at RM saying this is how not to cook or not to do. Um,
And breaking things, very good
yeah.
at that too.
Now, have you been, I mean, have you had a chance to interact with other army yet? Have you been to like any events or are you
No,
still? No?
no, not
Oh, we
yet.
got to change that.
Still really, really new and just sort of trying to find my way. I'm a member of a number of chats that are online at the moment, number of
Okay.
groups and that's, but when you join a new group, now you just sit back for a while and see what the vibe is, and
Mm-hmm.
um, there are a lot of very passionate people in those groups, and at this, I know just enough to get myself in trouble at this point. So it's best just to sit back and be a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
So
I can understand that. As I said, I'm about 2 years in, and I don't know everything, and I'm so far behind with any merch. I'm yet to buy any merch whatsoever. Um, it's just, it's life, and you got to it doesn't mean you're less of an army, I don't think. What counts is that I feel, that's just my humble small opinion, is that we appreciate the guys, we support them all the same, and
Yep.
we are there for them as they are there for us, and that,
Yes.
I think, is the core essence of it all. So yeah.
And show them that even though they've been away for nearly 2 years, that you've got 80,000 people lined up to try and get tickets to one of your concerts. That sort of shows
Mm-hmm.
that the love for them hasn't wavered in all this time. It's only gotten stronger. So yeah.
And I'm kind of happily amazed that even while they were gone, so many new army have come on board. I
Mm.
mean, I really would love to be in the room when they realize that not only have army before stayed, but more have come on board to be on this journey with them. Like you and I, we weren't there for the whole trip. We just really new in this world, so
Yep.
and we're here for the ride. We're here to welcome them back, and just do everything that they
Did
do,
you,
kind of thing.
did you get to see J Hope's concert?
No,
Yeah.
no,
I joined
it's
the online. I got the ticket for the online one, or
oh,
to
okay.
watch online. So that was amazing. I mean,
Hmm.
they've even got me buying new equipment just to be able to enjoy the show better. So
Nice,
Jackie
nice.
Ocamber now, yay!
Oh
That is sad. So,
no,
but yeah,
it's not sad. If it makes you happy, it's worth it, and
mm,
you deserve it. If anyone doesn't understand it, then that's their problem, not ours. As long as you're happy, that's
yeah.
so that's all that matters. So hopefully one day soon you'll be able to meet Army in the wild and
Mm.
interact with them.
I remember
That
one of the questions for one of the groups was which concert did you want to which concert did you want to see? And I'm judging by the ticket sales, whichever one I can get to. I'm thinking if there is, oh boy, it's going to be what's a kind way of putting this? Somewhat fierce that when BTS,
mm,
when all the seven are back together for their world tour,
yeah,
I'm thinking, oh boy, that's going to be just to be a fly on the wall to watching people try and get tickets for that, let alone anything else. So
yeah. Oh well, I'm keeping a weekly bits crossed. We'll get something in Australia, but we shall see if that happens. Hopefully we do. That'd be good. And then I'll worry about the ticketing stress. I've heard when I became an army, one advice that was given to me was when they tour, just try to get tickets anywhere.
yes,
Don't bother where it is. Just get them and go.
yes,
There you
and
go.
it'll
So
be
now,
worth it.
yes,
And
exactly.
Army being Army, uh, they're incredibly supportive and caring about each other as well. It's like how they are towards each other seems to be represented. What's the word I'm looking for? Army seems to reflect that as well. So even if you suddenly find yourself in London or anywhere, there'll be Army there to help you, with finding accommodation and telling you the best places to go eat and all the rest of it.
Mm,
Even if you're traveling alone and you're on the other side of the world in a country that doesn't speak English or whatever your first language is, there'll be. I can already see that there'll be somebody,
mm,
an army there that will make sure that you're okay. So,
mm.
and
Yes.
I haven't come across any other fandom that's like that. So that's testament to them as well.
It is. So shout out to all the other armies who paved the way for us
Mm,
newbies to come along and enjoy everything that they've created in the fan base, based on obviously the guys leading as an example. So
yes.
yes, shout out to all the older army who's been in the fandom for ages. Thank you guys for paving the way, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there something specifically you kind of looking forward to? Anything, or you just enjoying the ride at the moment, being just grateful that they're there helping you day by day? Is that sort
I
of?
am definitely grateful they're there,
Mm-hmm.
and I am just wading through the back catalogue of everything that's out there at the moment. Although, as a brand new ARMY, I will say that the way the algorithms were throwing up the videos is there were early days, and
Mm-hmm.
then there were blue hair days, and then there were pink hair days, and all colour of the rainbow and different. And it made it very interesting because I wasn't actually sure how many were in the group to start with,
Oh, yes.
because their hairstyles and everything were changing so dramatically across the across the years.
Mm-hmm.
It was a challenge to just be able to start to recognise them no matter what they were wearing,
Yeah.
and JK's ever the hair, the length of his hair sort of gradually getting shorter and shorter over time, and videos when you're trying to sort of work out where the particular video of their behind the scenes thing was in the timeline, and it's really hard to tell because one of them's rugged up like they're at the North Pole, and the other one, and at the other end of the line, there's another one of them standing there in shorts. And it's like, where are you
Yeah.
guys?
But it never gets boring that way,
Yeah,
You'll always be in some shape or form entertained or inspired or whatever it is. So
yeah, yeah.
definitely, yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, I'm just grateful
Mm,
that I found them, and that there's brand new material multiple times a day, that sometimes it just takes me out of my headspace,
mm, that's
and that's not a happy place to be in right now.
mm,
um, and it might take 3 or 4 videos to just stop staring blankly at the screen
mm.
and to actually sort of take in what I'm looking at. Um, I think there was one, I can't remember, it might have been Junie was sitting on a deck chair, it might have been a SOOP episode, and somebody's just gone blurting past him in the background singing
Oh,
something at full volume.
that was JK.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
so you know
famous
the one I'm
one.
talking about. So,
That's the famous one, yeah.
and then you
Um,
just sort of, your mind registers what your eyes have just seen, so you have to scroll it back to so you can rewatch
yes.
it and try and figure out what was going on. So,
Oh, there's so much stuff for you to still explore, and I mean, I'm still not seen everything and heard everything. It's just, you
I'm starting to watch.
know.
Is it Run BTS?
Yeah.
The early days when it
Hmm.
was called something else. So
Yeah.
I started watching those as well because I'm trying to work out why these guys were doing all these game shows. It turns out it was their game show. So yeah.
Now, obviously, with all the content, oh my God, we'll be so busy. And then the new content comes out at some
Mm,
point once they had their time to adjust to normal life again. I'm sure we'll get some more stuff. But one question I want to throw at you, and in a way, you've already given me an answer, but I'm still gonna ask it anyway.
mm.
If you had a chance to be in one room with them and you would be able to say one thing to them, what would that one thing be at this point in time? Sorry. I know it's not an easy question to answer sometimes because there's so
I
much.
don't think they'd understand it, but I would just say thank you for saving my life.
Wow, that's powerful. And I think they would understand it. I think they would. Because V lost his grandma, which she
Mm.
absolutely loved. And I think that in itself is what he will get it, you know. So wow.
It's a daily battle, but I'm still here.
You're still here. And I'm glad you are. We're all glad you are. And I know the fandom is amazing in times like this. Don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate. I know other army will contest to that, but army's good at supporting other army. So you're in the good fandom here.
Yeah.
Dusty, I know it was a bit of a up and down chat that we've had, but again, I just want to say thanks so much for being so open and sharing this. I think and I feel a lot of other army will probably gain a lot of strength from you as well for doing this. So thank you for doing it. And I hope whoever watches and listens to this, just know you're not alone. You're an army, so you know you've got people behind you. Reach out, okay? We're always here for each other. And yeah, let's not leave it on a too sad of a note, because it is sad, but we're also gaining a lot of strength thanks to BTS and the guys being who they are and, showing us we can get through stuff.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And thank you for inviting me to be part of this. It's a massive undertaking, and I can only imagine all the extra work that's going on behind the scenes. But it's an opportunity to, even if we never meet them in person, to let them know how much they're loved, how much they mean to army.
Yes.
And it's one thing, I think, to want to have an influence in the world, but to have that feedback from millions of people, I'm just one voice in millions around the world saying thank you, and I hope that they get that message.
Yes, I mean, it obviously would be incredible, mind-blowing if any of this would reach them. There's always a tiny bit of hope, but you never know. What I keep saying to myself is what we all here doing in this little project that's happening. We're spreading positivity, we're spreading strength, and we're doing our little bit to create a ripple effect of hopefully making this world a little bit better and kinder, from our little corner of the world. And that is thanks to BTS and what they do and who they are. So,
and what they've created in us.
In us, exactly. You're right. You're very right. So it's all good. It's a pleasure. I enjoy it, and I'm very grateful to hear, from people like yourself. I'm very truly grateful for being able to do it. So no problem at all. Right. I think we're gonna say that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit, maybe not the sort of the fun thing that BTS do sometimes, but that's life. And there's another side to life too. But as I said before, we got BTS, and we will get through it. All right. Thanks so much for watching this or listening to it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, you all take care. Take care, and yeah, that's it. Bye for now.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.